Good afternoon. My name is Lily Mashinsky. I'm going into my senior year studying mechanical engineering at the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs. This presentation is a proposal for free psychotherapy for students at the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs. The University of Colorado Springs has many services for students and staff. These services include academic, medical, physical, mental, and monetary services. These services are there to help students navigate through their academic years and after they get out of school. A particular resource that is offered is the individual psychotherapy offered by clinical psychologists at the Mental Health and Wellness Center. This report examines the feasibility of UCCS making this psychotherapy service free for students. Although the service is already offered at a reduced cost from what outside practices would charge, offering it for free would improve mental health and well-being and physical well-being of students. And not only would it increase their mental health and physical well-being, it would increase the number of individuals taking advantage or recommending free psychotherapy to their peers. This presentation addresses the need for solutions, the requirements and criteria needed for this to be practical, and the alternative options for change to be successful and worth the university's time and money. The Gallagher Rec Center and Wellness Center is run by Stephanie Hainberg, the Assistant Vice Chancellor for Mental Health and Wellness. This center offers free psychotherapy for students and staff. You may be wondering, what is psychotherapy? The National Institute of Mental Health defines psychotherapy as a form of mental health therapy for non-medical treatment techniques to help an individual work through and identify troubling emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. At the Mental Health and Wellness Center, their clinical psychologists work through substance and alcohol abuse, depression, trauma, sexual issues, anxiety, and life goals. These services are available most days of the week at the cost of $20 per session. These services are very crucial to students' mental health. A study done by Healthy Minds revealed that over 60% of students need attention to their mental health illnesses. This is highly likely because of the transition from high school to college and how stressful it is. Another study done by the Light program revealed that when students are away from their friends and family and home, they feel elevated financial stress, school stress, and pressure to make friends. All of this in an unfamiliar environment. This tumbleweeds into worsening mental health issues. I feel as if UCCS does an adequate job of promoting mental health services, including psychotherapy, but students stray away from it because of the cost. Around 70% of students are stressed about their financial situation. Around 70% of students are stressed about their financial situation, and a national poll stated that 1 in 5 students have less than $100 in their bank account. During tough financial times, students have to make tough choices on where to delegate money to. Are they going to spend it on gas, groceries, their savings, or on mental health? Most students will choose to spend their money on necessities and put mental health on the back burner. Free psychotherapy will solve issues of students not getting the mental health needs. It will also attract individuals to attend or recommend to get mental health help through psychotherapy at UCCS. Since it won't put a financial strain on them. UCCS can make this work by designated money to pay therapists without students having the financial burden. An additional concern is that if the number of students utilizing the service will be worth it. If the university set aside this money if it would go to waste. But students are already proving that large number of students are using these services provided at UCCS, and it would make it worth it if it were free. Some of the requirements and criteria for UCCS to provide these services free of charge is that in order for them to provide these services free of charge, certain requirements must be met. These include ensuring that the clinical psychotherapists get paid for their time and services by the university, setting aside money to pay and promote psychotherapy. UCCS has 12,000 students enrolled. Each student pays an average of $26,000 per year in tuition to attend school. If UCCS set aside around 4% of the tuition for benefit of student mental health, all the psychologists at the Mental Health and Wellness Center could have a salary of around $104,000. This is an average salary for clinical psychologists and would be helpful to allowing them to provide these services to students for free. Another concern was that the number of students utilizing this service would make it worth the investment. According to the American Institute of Stress, 61% of students utilize a counselor, therapist, or psychotherapist. At UCCS, this is around 7,320 students, as seen in the chart. Although it is great if many students would utilize this service, it raises some issues that may overwhelm the staff. The university may need to increase the staff or hours of the Mental Health and Wellness Center, which would lead to the university needing to increase the money put into the program to support the psychologists. This would still be beneficial though, even with the increase of cost due to the number of students utilizing the services to get the help they need. An alternative option to eliminating the cost is to reduce it by at least 50%, making it only $10 per session instead of $20. According to Timely MD, it takes the average person around 15 to 20 sessions to feel symptoms and feelings of their mental health issues lessen. 50% of a reduction would make 15 to 20 sessions only $150 to $200 instead of $300 to $400 at $20 a session. This is a lot more reasonable for the current financial situation most students are in. Although transitioning to free psychotherapy would require change primarily in the UCCS budget, the outcome of better mental health and overall well-being will be worth it. The 4% from student tuition will allow students to get free support while still ensuring that the psychotherapists get a good salary. This would also attract more students, which would create better mental health, and happiness and well-being on campus. Happy and mentally healthy students tend to get better grades and develop a better social environment. These are all aspects of life that UCCS should aim to help students succeed in. A good place for UCCS to start would be to evaluate the school budget and find a way to reserve 4% of their income from tuition. Thank you for taking the time and listening to my proposal.